Hello, my name is Tom, and this is some kill confirmed on Resistance. It's some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which I keep going back and being like, I don't want to play Modern Warfare 3. I'm taking a break from it. And then, about an hour later, I'm playing some Modern Warfare 3. So, I've learned this week to never say never, because, the minute that you do, you're going to wind up going back and changing your mind. But what I want to talk about today is I want to take some time to, reintroduce myself or to introduce myself to new subscribers and talk about what I do. And what I do is I like to play video games with my girlfriend and with my friends. And I make videos of it and put them on YouTube. That's it. Sometimes I offer, rarely do I remember to offer tips or tricks or anything like that. More than often I think something kicks ass, or I think something's important and want to talk to you about it with you guys, and so I share it with you this way over the internet. That is the entire function. It's that I want to have fun playing these video games, get to know some of you, find people, and keep kind of this nice little memory collection of it on YouTube. I think it's so cool that later on I can go back years down the road, and I'll be able to have this collection of things that I've talked about, and I don't know, the fun games that I played. I wish I'd done this earlier on in Black Ops, because I'd had so much fun meeting people and playing and getting to know people with Black Ops, and just really just getting into that game. And I didn't start recording until February after it came out. And so I missed a lot of just like the opening kind of good times of figuring out the guns. But I feel the need to do this because I just feel like I've been slipping again on, just taking my time and remembering what the hell it is I want to do. And I've just, after the channel got partnered or whatever, I felt this stupid pressure to like, I gotta grow, because I was getting a lot of questions of like, how did you get partnered when you're so small? I have no idea. A friend of mine recommended my channel for partnership, and they offered me one, and I'm very, very lucky, and very grateful for it. But other than that, I have no idea. I have no idea about any of those things. I try not to pay attention to those things because I don't know. I just want to have fun playing video games. I want to have fun making videos, and that's it. I don't want to get caught up in any BS. For a while I was like, I don't know, I found myself paying attention to what other channels were doing and just wondering if like, I should do things like that. And no, I want to I want to be almost an island in that area anyway, of just really not, trying to model my channel after anybody's or paying attention to what other people would, think of how I run my channel, but just make it and how I live my life, which is, do the best I can and try to be the most pleasant person that you can be, because nobody likes a douchebag, and I don't know, it's just, the world's a better off place if you're trying to, maximize the good time for everybody. And I sound really corny there. Maximize the good time for everybody. Well, that's really what I was trying to do. I had a talk with Melinda about this, because we were talking about the philosophy is called utilitarianism. And I was misusing the word. I was talking about pragmatism, which is like using something for its base function. But for some reason I thought it was utilitarianism, and Melinda was like, no, that's greater good, where you always do things for the greater good. And I really liked that, thinking in those terms of, the greater good and for the most enjoyment out of all. Hell, that's why, I really got into Cnander's channel, because I feel that he thinks the same way. He always just seems to be having a good time, and he's just having fun with it. And, it's so just chill when you think along those terms, when you're not really worried about it. And so, channel changes, for those that have been following, we are kicking Skyrim the hell out. I think it was a big shit-eating mistake for me to try and do that Let's Play. I think I had some friends warn me, you were right. I made a huge mistake. I'm not going to be doing that. I don't know, just because there doesn't seem to be a lot of interest in the game is fucking long, which means I would have to dedicate a lot of time to putting those videos out, you know. And so I don't know. I want to pick games that I feel I'd have more time to do, and that I'd be more inclined to play. I can kind of be like ADD about, you know, starting games and finishing games, as you guys have probably figured out a little bit. But, you know, sometimes you got to be willing to admit that, you know, something's not going well or worth the time. And I think that we are running into that with Skyrim. I just feel like I bit off more than I could chew, because I was trying to be like, oh, I got to grow, and I have to make these videos, and you know, I have Skyrim, and people might want to watch that, and everything I play should be recorded, and I should try and just, why not, you know? And I don't know, fuck that. I really, you know, I'm that, and that's so unlike me. I'm you know, about some things I'm spontaneous, and about a lot of other things I'm doing this for a specific reason. And I can't believe, you know, that I ever let that get away from me, that I didn't think something out and be like, you know, I'm doing this for this reason. Which usually with the Let's Play, it's because I think the game kicks ass. Don't get me wrong, I think Skyrim kicks ass. But, you know, there are a lot of people, I guess, that have done it already. And I don't know, it might not be why some people subscribe. You know, what it was, you know, I just didn't feel like you guys were feeling it. And it made me not feel putting it out. And so instead of forcing it into your sub boxes and spamming some bullshit, I'm just gonna yank the plug on it. It's summertime for me now, which is odd, because I'm yanking the plug at the time that I would have the most, you know, free time to be able to record these things. But I don't know. That's the thing. I really like the ideas of long series, but you know, if I ever do one, I'm gonna have to be able to like plan it out and make sure that I have the spare time for it, you know, because when work starts back up here in a month for me, you know, I like a thing like Skyrim, you know, would be taking up so much time. And there are other games that are coming out that I want to be playing, you know. You guys saw E3. There are so many games coming out. And, you know, I want to be able to focus on Melinda and I picking out a game that we think looks really cool, which we were, you know, we saw the thing for Watch Dogs and a bunch of other just neat games. The makers of Heavy Rain are coming out with a new game. And we want to be able to, you know, sit down, enjoy the story, and have fun with it in that way with you guys, you know. And, you know, I'll have friends on the channel, but, you know, I really want to take my time and pick them out, you know. That's just something I feel like I haven't been doing. Also, you know, this is the second time that I've tried to record this commentary. In the last one I did mention, always feel free to send me a request in the comment, even if it's Call of Duty. Like if you're wanting to see a particular thing in Call of Duty, like a particular gun or setup, you know, leave it in a comment and I'll give it a whirl. You know, I'm always about that. You know, I've been looking at these like challenge series on YouTube. I think Onslaught did one, and I was watching that, and those looked fun. You know, I don't, you know, ideas like that. That's a really good idea. You know, so I don't know, maybe something like that. You know, that's his bag. So the old, you know, credit goes to him. But I thought that was a really neat idea. You know, a kind of different push from Road to Commander was these ideas of setting challenges. And I know that he's not, you know, the first director that probably thought of that, but I don't know. He's just the one that I was watching that was kind of doing it now. And so I thought that was neat for COD. For Let's Plays, you know, I have Resident Evil 4 in mind because we did Resident Evil 5, and I love Resident Evil, and Resident Evil 6 is coming out. And we didn't get Leon's backstory on this channel. And that game, that's such a fucking great game. Also, I've been wanting to play more classic games. What do you guys think of that? Like, I was a big PlayStation 1 kid. And there were some games on that. You know, oddly enough, as I say, like, oh, I don't want to get into a long series, I have fucking been toying around with the idea of going through Final Fantasy VII with you guys. Which that is a fucking long game. But hell, I'll say this. Skyrim is a really awesome game, and, you know, like, some people did it in a really, you know, long series sort of way. It doesn't have shit on Final Fantasy VII. Very few games have shit on Final Fantasy VII. You know, I just, that game Oh, it's so damn good. It's the undeniable king of the mountain for me. Maybe like Ocarina of Time I had a lot of fun with as well. But even then, Final Fantasy VII, just back in the day. Other classic games like that, I don't know. I have Shadow of the Colossus. A lot of cool games. If there's a game you're wanting to see Melinda and I do, let us know in the comments. If you're down with any of the stuff I said. If you're not, that like cool too. I wanted to share that with you guys. It's been too long. I'm on summer break and I'm trying to get my shit together. Finally, we're gonna do it this time, guys. We're gonna do it. So here's to having fun, and I hope you guys are having a chill day. I feel pretty good, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.